Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever that clock over this has. Um, I'm me, and you're you. Let's just move on. Words are funny. Do you remember, well, the many times in school, especially English class, you were just wondering, why have we made our language so fucking hard to learn? You ever just wonder that? Like, what's with the different things like I before E except after this, but only like and two and two and just I don't have a list, but it'd be fun to have had like a little list of things. Feel free to you know give me a list of the different little English rules you can think of in the comments that, for instance, that you see Russian trolls commonly fucking up with. For instance, every single person who has said the words "You're not Jesus" has spelled it Your. Did you ever think maybe there is a reason? Maybe there is a reason in ancient wisdom, that stuff that modern people deny exists, that ancient people were smarter than them. The people who invented the English language, for instance, or permutated it from Gaulish to unite the remaining tribes that came here. English was created for this place, okay? And the people in the British Isles spoke French and Latin before America came into being. And this accent that they have is based on the Australian accent. Well, I'm not too fucking sure where that comes from, but anyway, it's funny the English accent isn't English. Could be. Fuck do you know? Anyways, tonight's ability to speak is brought to you entirely by Oragel. Oragel does not condone, sponsor, or endorse any of the views expressed on the Lost Begotten channel. But I'd like to thank Oragel for, making me able to not be like this. Because, yeah, otherwise that's pretty much how I would be at the moment. Just like rocking back and forth with my fucking head between my knees, like clacking my fucking skull back and forth in my knees. Like my knees against my head on both sides. That's how bad my fucking teeth hurt. Anyway, wisdom teeth came in while I was homeless, before, during, and after Katrina. And it doesn't matter what the fuck I do. Between that and the bad root canals. Anyway, yes, I'm wearing a blanket and pants, but mostly a blanket. So, if you haven't simply garnered the answer to the premise, it's pretty simple. Every language exists the way it does out of fear. Fear of infiltration, fear of subversion. We have been saved by the skin of our teeth in this respect. Because just think of how much harder it would have been to spot these Russian trolls in general if our language was a little more simple, if it was as easy as they think it was to learn. But it's not quite as easy as it seems to be when you're just learning the English language. You think, oh, I can form a sentence like this. Well, is it that simple when somebody speaks Russian? I mean, is it that simple when somebody speaks Spanish? You can't get the phrasing right because a sentence used one way isn't used all. It's not always the fucking same, is it? So we can see logistically, despite what we've been told story wise, we can see tactically, logistically, from what we can know factually now, that in the past, people were wiser, smarter, and they were aware of how to protect their cultures. And that's why you have the languages as complicated as you do these days. And I could go on and on about different things about different languages these days. And how many of them simply aren't what people say they are. Mostly around Europe. But it's been covered on other videos, and it's certainly not the subject of this video. I just thought this is an interesting fact. Interesting idea, maybe. Just consider all the different little quirks in grammar and how much they pissed you off when you were in school. Now be thankful. Because they're the thread that your whole fucking way of life hangs by.